Hello, everyone, and welcome to OCCScrims. Tonight we have our Diamond Division with Celestial Deathball going up against Komodo.
Hello,
and tonight
everyone,
with me
and
we have Crunchbite and Captain Jack. So go ahead and take it away, guys.
Thank you so much, Dank Monkey. Welcome once again to the Overwatch Cavalry Club Scrims Diamond Division. As Dank said, Celestial Deathball versus Komodo. Tonight I've got the greatest Crunch of bites with me. Captain Crunch, as Joshy Fun is saying in the chat. How you doing, Crunch?
I'm doing fantastic. Just had some dinner and now feeling well content.
Too, buddy. Me too. So with want to let you know about a little information that admins today. So as you all know from watching our previous stream, we are raising this holiday season for the California firefighters group in California for the families that have lost members to the wildfires in California. So far, we are third to our goal, 205 out of 500. That being said, right now, different tier levels of prizes that will be available for our Saturday stream, which is going to be our All-Star event. If you've been following either in the Discord or on Facebook, right now we will be giving away so far 10 loot boxes to a random person that that has donated or is part of the Discord. At $300, our next prize will be a $10 Steam card. At $400, we'll have a mystery prize, and at $500, we'll be giving away a Nintendo Switch. Remember, all of the money that is donated to this cause, it does not touch OCC. It goes straight to them. So make sure, if you're looking in the chat below, you want to make sure to hit the OCCS cares-donate. That's the button you want to hit if you want to donate to the victims and first responders of the California wildfires, the California wildfires. And you're still able to donate to us as well if that's what you want to do. That's a separate button lower on the screen that says donate. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get things started. It looks like we're going to be starting on Horizon Lunar Colony tonight. Is that right, Dank?
I have no clue what map pack we're playing because I haven't had any captain message me. So
oh boy, I actually saw this in chat.
F. Glad that they are communicating that with you.
I don't know what you want from me, sir. I am answering the questions when the questions are spoken.
Hey,
I remember seeing something about 66 Anubis, something like that, in one of the many chats that's always blowing up my phone.
Going with the theme of Horizon, we're going to go ahead and start on her. Wow, I just had it pulled up and I already forgot. Volskaya Industries.
Sounds good to me. Russian, that was the name, because apparently whoever typed out that message could not remember. Bean, my lungs are just fine. Thank you very much for your concern. And I have been notified by the dankest of monkeys that I've been pronouncing your name wrong. To anyone that watches the stream, know that I don't know many of these people personally. Like, I just kind of commentate, and I've just started playing on PC, so I haven't gotten to know everyone's name or how it's pronounced. So if you know any of these people, or if any of these people watch the stream, and I am totally, murking your name, please let me know. I cannot do my job right if I'm totally screwing up your name every time I say it. That being said, let's go ahead and get to the action here. First map tonight, Volskaya Industries. Crunch, how do you think these teams are going to fare against one another on this map?
Biggest thing I would like to see tonight is Komodo's going to be trying some new people out this evening, with that being Defeat And also Dr. Zombie later on this evening. Defeat is a new player that has recently come on to join Komodo, and he's quite a flex player. From watching a couple of their practices, I've been seeing some good potential, but I really want to see how well that team coordination can work for them. And alongside with Celestial Deathball, I think for tonight, I think Celestial Deathball is going to really rock the Goats comp on an attack, and from there they're able to push forward as needed and be able to take that first point, but I think they're going to have one heck of a time on that second point.
Totally agree with you there. Right now, looking at the statistics that we have, Komodo has yet to play on Volskaya Industries based on the information we have, but they're both tied at 50% for assault maps. So let's see what both our teams got going on as we get things started on our first attack here on Volskaya Industries. Looks like we're going to go ahead and have Komodo pushing in past the choke as Celestial Deathball tries to continue to hold. And right now, you're already going to see Calamity, or no, Clever rather, on the point as Defeat ends up taking out Teddy Ursa with the tackle. Mishra following up on Volatile. Weapon Tech gets the pick back, taking out Mishra. But Defeat taking out Mal as Clever gets the dash kill on Amara. Enders following up on Bacon, as well as taking out Weapon Stack after the DMAC from Clever. And that, my friends, is going to be a very incredibly quick first point, giving them 7 minutes, 12 seconds to take point 2. Crunch, what do you got? That was quick.
Biggest thing that really hurt the Celestial Deathball at that beginning was that Ryan charge at the beginning for Mal. Biggest thing to always be focusing on is to have that Reinhardt shield readily available to protect. From there, whoa, very nice.
Woo! There comes that Shatter with the barrage in, takes out Teddy Ursa and Weapon Stack, and Calamity ends up getting Bacon with the Coalescence. Clever following up on Volatile, and Mal falling to Enders. 1, 2, 3 ticks, folks. Oh, that has got to be the fastest that we played that, and for good reason, because it seems like Weapons Tech has lagged out of the game to start things off. To pay respects, folks, because again, we are not the Overwatch League, so sometimes the Overwatch internet gods are with us, and sometimes nerfs our internet. So it's just the way it is. So as we go ahead and wait for them to come back, Crunch, for seconds, I'm pretty sure that's a record for OCC. That was incredibly fast.
Woo! There was a lot of things, but we'll break it down very simply. One thing that really swept everything was that beautiful Rhine Shatter coming out from Defeat, and from there it just really soaked up everything with the Mishra follow-up and just having the high charge Zarya just being able to melt down the targets as needed. And the follow-up was absolutely tremendous. All 5 of them went down. Not even enough time for even Volatile to just come out with her Coalescence and to even stop any kind of the damage that was even coming out. And from there, they were able to coordinate that grab with the blade to be sure nobody else was able to push out as needed. And they were easily able to take it, have as many people on the point as possible to prevent those short spawn timers. And you can easily rest assured that that was a quick succession.
All right, so as we're trying to figure out, it looks like we had an issue where one of the fills ended up subbing in. Now that we've got Weapons Tech back, we're going to switch them up. While we're taking this untimed break, let's go ahead and give you some information that is below the stream that you're watching right now. You can find, if this is your first time joining us, welcome, Crims. We are glad to have you. We have surpassed our 6 months doing this a couple of months ago, or almost a couple of months ago now, and it seems so crazy that we've been doing it this long, but our group of people continue to keep us going. Feel free to check out more information about us either on our YouTube channel or Facebook group. If you're interested, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. $5 a month will give you that beautiful subscription that will give you information about, give you access to some of the additional things that we do here at the OCC, as well as access to our Discord channel. So, and check all those things out. It looks like we've got everything back in order. 6 minutes, 35 seconds of Komodo right there, with Celestial Deathball coming in on the attack. What do you think we're gonna see here, Crunch? Do you think we can see easily a very, or do you think that Celestial might have a harder time getting past this Komodo defense?
As I was saying from the beginning of the match, I would love to see Celestial Deathball roll out with their goats and making sure to just keep having all that protection on Mal. He's just able to swing to his heart's content, take down the targets as needed, and take that first point successfully. But after just seeing that display, it's Defeat definitely has Mal on the runs for a little bit. And from there, I would really want to see Mal just come through, show him who the big Ryan boss is out of all these players, and really just lay the smackdown on these guys. It's always super, super exciting to see new players, but there was something off, and I would really like to see that team coordination comes back and they're able to take this point.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. Watching your back.
Well,
Sorry about that. I had popped up my mic for a second. I do want to thank Alatrin for their donation there. So thank you so much for that, supporting our cause for this holiday season. Let's go ahead and get into the attack, as Weapons Tech already taken out Calamity. It looks like, as French said, you're going to see Celestial Deathball come in on the goat. It's 5v5 now, as we see Enders take out Teddy Ursa right there. Dragon Strike already coming out from Mishra, takes out Mal as Defeat. Nope, double kill. I was almost mistaking the mech for a third. Clever and Mishra cleaning up Volatile, and Teddy Ursa already ticking off an entire minute off the clock right there. The second attack now from Celestial Deathball. Crunch, what you got?
that hesitation right at the forklift. You got to be sure you're pushing in with all that momentum that you build up with your Lucio, and from there pushing straight onto point and having the defending team attack where you are, not from where you want to be attacking the defending team. My suggestion to them is to be pushing in further, harder, and stronger the entire match.
All right, well, Mishra starts things off by getting the first pick onto Volatile. It's going to be difficult, but they do have the heals. The hammer down. Triple. Oh! Quadruple devil trigger coming in from the clever McCree, as Mishra ends up demeching Weapons Tech right there, completely shutting down that entire push. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock. Wow. Crunch.
That's what I would call a smart ultimate right there. Get it?
No, Crunch. It's
oh, come on!
Ultimate,
All right.
You'll get it. I believe in you. Transcendence coming out from Calamity. I'm not certain why, though, as the Graviton now comes in. Mal ends up taking out Clever as the beat drop comes in from Teddy Ursa. Weapons Tech ends up taking out Mishra as a nano defeat going in to try to get somebody as Weapons Tech takes out Calamity. Everybody's anti, though, on the side of Celestial. Defeat ends up tackling Teddy Ursa as Ender takes out Bacon. Diva Bomb ends up coming in from Weapons Tech, takes out the Sun as Mal finally taking out Defeat. Amara following up on Enders right there, and we will finally see Celestial Deathball with just about a minute left on the clock take point A. Incredibly long fight. Do you think all of the back and forth right there was worth it, or you think that they could have had a more focused attack right there?
As I was saying previously, just staying right in that little tiny choke and removing all the momentum that you built up with the Lucio is super harmful towards a goat comp. What you realistically want is to push in and take the fight 2 points, so that way the attacking team can start rampaging with what they need to do.
All right, well, the Wombo combo came in from Mishra, and Enders ends up getting a double kill and a DMAC onto Weapons Tech. Mal gets the Fire Strike kill on the Sun, but gets taken out by Defeat as Mishra gets the Storm Arrow on Volatile, and Clever ends up taking out Weapon Tech. The only one left near the point is Amara, but gets taken out by Enders as well. Essentially a team kill. 4 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock there. Let's go ahead and look into the chat. Chaotic Beats saying, Clever gonna carry, hashtag cozy boy 2018. I'm not exactly for certain what that hashtag's for.
He has an alternative account that's named Cozy Boy.
Oh, there you go, Cozy Boy 2018. Definitely was an incredible ultimate. Will they continue to hold them off? Let's see. Graviton coming in, but the high noon from Clever ends up keeping Mal from attacking, ends up hammering down so that Teddy Ursa can take out Defeat. Weapon Stick follows up on Clever. Dragon Strike coming out from Misha right there, and the beat drop from Calamity, trying to keep the rest of the team up and going, but they get antied. Weapon Stick ends up taking out Misha as the Coalescence comes out from Volatile. Mal taking out Calamity right there, and the only ones near the point right now are now Defeat as the Diva Bomb comes down. Clever's in there too, ends up getting taken out by the Diva Bomb despite being nanoed. Bacon ends up taking out the Sun. Defeat and Mishra, the only ones near the point. Oh, there comes Enders into the fight as well. Mal takes out Defeat once again. Graviton comes in, but not a lot of people to follow up on it from Enders. As Clever ends up taking out Weapon Stack up to the DMAC from Mishra. We're gonna see them push right back into the point, try to retake control. But we're still gonna see a fighting Celestial Deathball. Beat drop comes in, but not soon enough. As Clever takes out Mal. Taking Amara falling to Enders, Clever, and Enders taking out Teddy Ursa and Volatile. And that, despite all that went down on that point, is going to be another stronghold from the side of Team Komodo. Crunch, what have you got?
Oh, words. Words are eluding me, but the biggest thing that I can definitely come up with is that team coordination. The focus on the targets needing to come down as needed needs to be much more successive, rapid, and above all else, efficient. You've got to be sure you're taking down those targets as needed, efficiently, and quickly to make sure that they can't get those spawn timers as needed.
All right, well, the Nano comes in, but Mishra comes out, taking out Bacon and Teddy Ursa. Clever ends up falling Mal as Defeat takes out Volatile and Enders, getting Amara and the DMAC on Weapon Stack. Gonna make a long stagger. Clever ends up taking out Weapon Stack before they go for the hard reset. Another essential team kill with 1 minute, 45 seconds on the clock. Chaotic Beats in the chat saying, why is Celestial Deathball trying to run goats without Brig? Agree with that statement there, Crunch?
The two main heals is definitely needed for whenever the team is taking a majority of damage, but Brig just solves issues, and I would definitely say with these kind of situations, Brig's stunned and RCC contributing to this team would be a huge stop against Defeat as the Reinhardt, and especially as Enders just having full charge this entire severity of the team fight.
Yes, and after a shatter that came in from Defeat, not really landed on much of anybody, they still ended up pushing off Celestial Deathball once again. 1 minute left on the clock. Looking into the chat once again, Keaton saying, do you ever lose your voice from this commentating? Actually, I haven't yet. In the 7 months that I've done this, I haven't lost it yet. But I was a singer
you've now taken
now, so I would have to do this for a number of hours, I think, in one day to actually lose my voice. I've gotten close though, but let's get back to the action. Hammer down comes in. Oh,
what a play!
Tackle from Mal ends up allowing Defeat's shield to go down, takes out Defeat and Enders. Packfires are coming out from Clever, ends up taking out Teddy Ursa as well as Bacon. Amara coming in on the Farah, takes out Mishra as Weapon Stack follows up on Clever. First tick, second tick, third tick coming in as Defeat comes in on the Hamtaro, and we're going to see the beat drop come in from Calamity to try to keep the team up as they push back in. 5 seconds left on the clock. Coming out from Volatile, trying to keep the team up as Weapon Stack takes out the Sun. Amara following up on Calamity, Mal taking out Clever. Spin to win! Coming out as Mishra comes in with the Death Blossom, but Mal ends up taking out Defeat. Mishra falling to Volatile, and Amara taking out Enders, claiming the point in overtime.
Score
As though
Switching sides.
They do not.
They do not get the extra
They
time
do
this time
not.
around. They didn't grab it fast enough.
Initiating match.
You ready for some 2CP
Victory.
knowledge for you? In order for you to be able to gain the 1 minute back, you have to be able to cap the time before 1 overtime if the attacking team has more than 4 minutes. Just a little tidbit. Just thought I'd throw in a little
Ready
something.
for battle.
Oh man, this is gonna be such a hard match for Celestial Deathball. 6 minutes seconds on the clock. Yes, Blitz the Musician, thank you
Attackers
so much
incoming
for
in
the
30
subscription there. Glad to have you joining our community. I think that now puts us at around 20 left before we have our big Zenyatta prize. You can look down in the chat to learn more about that. We're looking for 250 members to our Discord. You either do that by joining one of our teams or subscribing. So go, Blitz, be sure to contact one of our admins afterwards to get in on that. Let's go ahead and get back to the action. 6 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Right, an interesting comp coming out from the side of Celestial Deathball. Crunch. What
Full
am I
defensive
seeing here?
hold. It's a very, very powerful technique that's just used to immediately shut down very high momentum teams such as Goats. And from there, it's just that pressure of just destroying all shields to where they have nothing to essentially stop it. And from there, having the slows coming out from the Symmetras as well is absolutely tremendous. But looks like it's changing up just a little bit.
Oh boy, here comes the Shatter in from defeat, but with Amara supercharge right there, not going to be able to do much. Volatile brings Mel back into the fight as Amara takes out Enders and defeat right there. Mishra ends up taking Teddy Ursa out of the fight though, as the Sun boops Volatile to death. Amara getting the double kill on the Sun and Mishra right now, the only two left on the point trying to defend against Calamity and Clever, trying to get back in right now. 5 minutes, 30 seconds now on the clock as the rest of Celestial Deathball trying to get back in. But Komodo going to be the first one to touch the point there. Thankfully, it looks like Symmetra popped up a teleporter, Amara rather, popped up a teleporter to get the team there fast enough. Here comes the shield, and Clever trying to get in there. Mishra ends up taking out Teddy Ursa and Volatile to start things off. The Nano comes in on Mal though as the Coalescence comes out. Mishra rather takes out Weapons Check as Mal takes out Defeat. Calamity gets the Coalescence kills on Mal and Amara. And that, folks, at the 5 minute mark is going to be a successful capture and win for Team Komodo, starting things off 1-0 here tonight
Play of
on
the game.
Volskaya Industries. Play of the game from Defeat Meta as Reinhardt going to be that Bat Shatter up on their attack right there. Just essentially touching everybody right there.
Touching all the buns.
Mal has got his work cut out for him tonight, I think, Crunch, wouldn't you say?
Whoo! You could say that again. My goodness, 16 Earthshatter kills with 19 Earthshatter stuns. That is quite amazing. But I definitely got to give it to Clever for that push. Immediately getting that deflect onto the Bastion and having him taken out immediately while he was able to get out just in time for the Symmetra shield to come up. That was quite a heavy burden for the Celestial Deathball to try and hold up against. And from there, Mishra following up with the ultimate while everybody else is putting that kind of pressure onto Mal. It's just not a fun time. They gave it a good shot, but definitely at the end of the day, it was just that forward aggression with the Goats momentum that they were able to use on Komodo's side, and they were able to take that fight straight to point and make the point theirs.
Abso-freaking-lutely. And honestly, that's a hard hold to try to hold on to there. 6 minutes when you're on the defense and you don't have the spawn advantage. Honestly, I was really surprised that they held it as long as they did. Thankfully, though, we are not done with the action just yet. That is just map 1 of 4, maybe 5, not for certain yet. We'll have to see if Celestial Deathball can go ahead and tie things up near the end of the match. We're going to go ahead and move on in a minute to I like to get my kicks. that Route 66.
You still sound like Elvis every time.
Sorry, man. I just
I
it sounds
appreciate
different
it.
to me. It sounds different to me. The mic, I think, kind of makes it
You know
more Elvis-y.
You know what I do appreciate though, because I can actually see the connection to Route 66? It's an Elvis track that got bumped on the jukebox that was over in the diner. Right before the train blew up and McCree was just about done having a slice of his apple pie.
Was that? See,
No,
now
it
I need to
wasn't
go.
Elvis. It wasn't
my God.
Elvis, but it was one of the tracks. One of the tracks that could have been on that jukebox. That's what I was making the connection
Oh,
to.
okay, I gotcha.
You always go to every old-timey diner and they always have at least one or two Elvis vinyls that are sitting in there and they're ready to go.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's go ahead and see how the teams are setting up now. Looks like we're going to be seeing the standard 2-2-2 come in from Komodo.
Along with
As-
Celestial Deathball.
Yep,
It's looking pretty juicy.
it is looking juicy. It looks like we're going to have kind of a sniper v sniper with Bagel Guy and Clever both on the Hanzo. Teddy Ursa also going to come in on the Widowmaker, but Mishra taking the role of Farah. Mishra is pretty much matching at Farmara level when it comes to Farah plays. So
It is
interested to see
quite
how this is gonna come out.
comparable. Deliciously comparable.
All right, let's go ahead and get things started. Match number 2 here on Route 66.
Oh,
Once again, we're going to see the big Earl's hold that a low-level player I don't understand, but it does work sometimes. I've seen it work a couple times. Ooh,
it's that high ground advantage. You're easily able to keep it up, and you're easily able to just keep moving back and forth and using the sign to your advantage.
Absolutely, using the environment to keep you protected. The payload gonna go ahead and start.
Oh, looks like we got a pause.
Done up.
Na, na, na.
See,
Oh.
it's one of those things that it just sometimes it doesn't happen anymore.
It's okay.
For like half a second, and then it's like, wait, why are we paused?
Yeah, everybody's kind of just like, who done it? Like
Who did
it's
have
like
it to?
it's like in a Clue whenever the lights turn off for a second and then you hear the scream, just the iconic Wilhelm scream, and then the lights turn on and you're like, who was DC'd? Who be DC'd? Well, let's put an F in the chat for our fallen comrade. Oh, never mind, he's back. Never mind, retract that. Retract that.
Oh, did we lose Bagel Guy?
I believe so.
Bagel Guy actually DC though, so
I believe the terminology that was used is that Bagel's booty ain't banging. So I don't know what that means. I'm not hip with the kids, and I don't understand. I don't understand this lingo.
All right, well, getting back into the action, Mishra raining hellfire from above with that Mercy Pocket, taking out Amara and Amara and Bacon right there, and allowing take it there. K10 asking in the chat, does hashtag charity still work to donate bits? I do not know that.
Good question.
It is a good question.
Oh,
You have that set up, Loudtrick?
Oh,
I
Dokie,
guess
looks
we don't
like
have this
it
set
does
up.
not work.
You have to donate directly. Clever coming out with the Clever Blade, getting the first dash skill there on weapons tech to start things off, but gets slapped on the backline by the Bacon, and Takeo now by the Bagel Guy. Teddy Ursa getting the double kill on the Sun and Mishra as well. Amara following up on defeat, and the hammer down coming in from Mal cleans up Calamity and is looking to take out Enders as well with the tackle. Load at 2 minutes. Or 4 minutes, 20
Oh,
seconds, and what the heck?
this is becoming a double Nogorito.
Oh, man.
Oh, never mind, never mind.
Nope, this is that's definitely,
That's a feels bad.
oh, man, Calamity. We lost the
Uh-oh.
Calamity.
It's okay. The Calamity paused the game right before the Calamity struck.
This is getting to be an incredibly crazy night, folks. So, Crunch, what do you think really helped Celestial be able to hold that point based on to push off Komodo?
That flick on the clever Dragon Blade, that immediately halted any form of situation. Well,
Did we lose another one?
We lost another one.
Who'd we lose this time?
We lost the
Weapons
weapon
again.
tech. We
Oh,
lost
man.
the weapon tech. Well, it's a
Oh, man.
5v5.
Work that way, Crunch.
How dare you? I have quite many solo queue games where we have continued 5v5s.
Yeah, but it's not that kind of comp game, man. We can't do it that way.
I got you.
And
But to
Joshy Fun saying 5v5 deathmatch. I've honestly wanted to do that. I've wanted to do like a 6v6 deathmatch for an overtime for a tiebreaker game. Oh my goodness.
No. Back to the original, and we have best 2 out of 3 Lucio Ball.
Oh my
You can use all 6 members too.
Oh my goodness. A 6v6 Lucio Ball with the game
No.
ever
3v3, but you have to swap your teammates as needed. Oh.
How do you swap as needed? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, you have to swap in order for all 6 players to have cooperated and play in the wonderful game that's known as Lucio Ball. Lucio Ball
goodness.
brings hope and friends together at all.
Whenever somebody gets a touch on the ball, they get swapped out.
Ooh, perfect.
That would be ridiculous. Oh my goodness, folks. Well, thank you.
We have a sub.
They have one, but I
Mhm.
didn't think
Do
we were
it.
allowed to submit. Are we
Do
allowed?
it.
Is that what we're
Do it.
doing?
Well, it
Oh,
depends-
no, we
my
lost another
goodness,
one!
And we lost another one.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
folks. I do not know what to think right now. This is what begs to question right now is of our diamonds get to diamond.
One weapon.
Oh,
have
oh,
such booty
okay.
internet.
Just dang,
Like how do you get to diamond yet when you're playing in a scrim it's just boom DC. Oh man. K10 says highest noon after 10 minutes. Number 1 wins the match for the team. The highest noon. Oh man, that would be ridiculous right there. All right, so we got Bagel Guy and Weapon Stack back in, but we're still waiting for Calamity, and I do think we have a spare for the side of Komodo, correct?
Yes, we do. That is absolutely correct.
I'll give it. I'd say give it 1 more minute, and if not, we'll have to put in the sub there
Yes,
to get things
sir.
started. Absolutely. All right. So let's go ahead.
Oh yes.
What?
All right, we got the Calamity is back.
Calamity is back. We are getting ready
Oh
to get
no!
Oh my goodness, man.
This is just a game of whack-a-mole.
Oh.
Goodness gracious! When one pops
Riddle.
up, another shuts down.
Riddle, what is happening is apparently we have all our diamonds with very booty internet tonight, and they are just, as Crunch said, we're playing a game of whack-a-mole. Just like as one comes in, they whack another person and they get knocked out. This is just, oh man. Enders say asleep.
Asleep.
I just take a nap. Let me know when we can get started again. Oh boy. All right, folks, we'll go ahead and blow up the chat with who y'all are rooting for tonight. If you're just now joining us, welcome. Komodo did take away the first victory on Volskaya Industries to start us off, but as we know, Celestial Deathball will not end without a fight. I'll actually go ahead and pull up the stats for these teams right now that our wonderful statistics squad has put together. Based on all of the VODs that we have up to December 1st as of this point. So if we look into Escort, Route 66, again, Komodo has not played Route 66 before as of December 1st. So, but Celestial Deathball has an 100%, but averaging out all Escort maps, Komodo's at 50 and Celestial's at 62.5. Well, I mean, if you're looking at the average of all Escort maps, Komodo definitely has a good chance of taking Celestial Deathball, but with Celestial having a 100% win rate, I'm not for certain if that's going to work in Komodo's favor. What do you think?
You said a lot of numbers to me.
And
I said a lot
am
of numbers
here.
to everyone, actually.
You said a lot of numbers.
I would just say, even with the show that's going on tonight, I still say the teams are fairly equal between each other. Biggest thing is, though, is just having that forward momentum when playing with a GOATS comp. You got to be sure you're moving forward with it. If not, then just revert to a 2-2-2 comp and just have that Brigitte just helping out the Reinhardt and the Zarya, and you'll be A-okay.
Absolutely, and that's something that we were kind of seeing in the last match, is that Celestial using the GOATS comp was pushing in, but they weren't, as you said, committing to the fight. So they were kind of playing a poke battle, and yeah, you've got the heals, but with Mal's shield essentially getting destroyed by the DPS on that team, it's very hard to keep that up, you know? Like, as soon as that shield goes down, you really got nothing to protect the team right there. So you got to make sure to get in, especially with as aggressive a tank as Mal is. Like, as long as Mal's supported, he will go in there swinging a hammer, touching everybody, and that hammer down will come quicker than snow in Alaska during the middle of winter. I know that was a stretch.
That was quite some words.
That was quite some words. Aldrin in the chat saying, "You said a lot of numbers to me in high school."
Yeah, no. You see, look, I get the reputation, and I am here just doing what I can.
You do whatever you can, Crunch. So we're gonna have Volatile go ahead and sub in for us on the side of Celestial Deathball, coming in now on the Mercy. Mishra going into the back line, trying to take out either Volatile or Titty Ursa right there. Ends up picking off Calamity. The barrage coming in for Mishra ends up taking out Mal. As we see Komodo push in, Ender's falling Amara right there on the Zarya. Shatter from defeat takes out both Volatile and Bacon as Mishra takes out Teddy Ursa. Up on weapons tech on the Brig, and it looks like at 3 minutes 20 seconds ish they're going to go ahead and cap point 2. Do you think that this is going to be a difficult fight for Celestial to win based on the way they're playing right now, Crunch?
As of right now, Teddy Ursa definitely has a humongous advantage using the corridors, Widow and a Sniper, just to immediately get the picks on the Pharah and on the Mercy. But let's just see how this plays out. This is working really well.
Oh boy, the stun coming in on Defeat as he was tackling Mal. Amara ends up taking out Defeat right there as Mishra also falls, I believe, to Teddy Ursa. Mishra gonna switch over to the Hanzo, try to take care of Teddy Ursa right there. And I just find it, and I always find it interesting when Widow's like the 1 DPS, but Teddy Ursa is doing an incredible job right now, getting the picks that are need be, except for when Enders takes them out.
Oh, so it's okay though. He was doing a fantastic job, and he still is. Whoa, okie dokie.
But it looks like they may be in a position. Here comes the Clever Blade as Clever took out Volatile. Ender's falling, Bacon, as well as Mal. Despite coming out with the Primal Rage, Mitra ends up taking out Teddy Ursa, who switched over to the Hanzo this time around. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock as they push into point 3. The rally coming out from Weapons Tech to try to lead everybody in. Oh, but a Graviton holding everyone in place as Defeat gets the triple kill. The only one able to get to the point is Teddy Ursa on the Tracer, trying to distract as long as possible, but ends up getting taken out by Enders and will allow point 3 with just about 3 minutes left onto the clock. Crunch, that was a crazy time right there, but that ult was incredibly well timed. I have to say, holding on to that just perfect timing right there.
It was quite impressive by all the players, especially with just how well Komodo was just staggering those ultimates. It was first the grab, and then it was the shatter, then it was the blade, and from there it was that spacious timing to where they could easily get the picks as needed. If that ultimate wasn't able to follow through, they immediately went to the next one, and then to the next one, and then they were able to follow up and finish what was needed. And I want to scratch me saying the Graviton because they saved the Graviton for the last one. They just only had the Shatter following for the Clever Blade.
Ready for battle.
Absolutely, but the Graviton it ended up being what saved them a little bit because they were able to continue pushing the payload as Defeat was just in there swinging all to hell and creation, just taking out everybody in that Graviton as the payload kept pushing into point 3. The only one that ended up being able to get there, just due to being dead beforehand, I believe, was Teddy Ursa on the Tracer, and even then was not able to hold on long enough to allow the team to get back and defend the point. Looking at the team comps right now, it looks like we're gonna see a defensive GOATS of Komodo, with Amara coming in on the Pharah and Teddy Ursa on the Widow. Standard dive comp, I would say.
I love me some defensive goats.
Well, you like every type of goats, as long as it's not a bad
goats are just adorable creatures, man.
Should we just ba every time a goat comp comes out?
Get a bob
Right there.
Throw in big old boy.
Well, Amara getting a lot of picks right now. Definitely living up to the Farmara name, taking out Mitra, and I believe it was Clever ends up switching over to the Widowmaker as well. Volatile resing Amara back into the fight after getting taken out by Enders. Mal pushing up on the team, trying to get some hits as Teddy Ursa taking out both Clever and Calamity. Weapons Tech following up on Defeat. The only ones near the point right now are Mishra, Enders, and the Sun, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Here comes the Nano in on Mal to try to do damage as the Z-Mech comes for Mishra. Mal ends up taking out Enders, the Sun falling to Weapons Tech, and Mal taking out Mishra. That is going to be a strong 0.1 capture with 5 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. What do you think about that, Crunch?
It's quite impressive, my goodness. Weapon Tech, along with Teddy Ursa, putting that much pressure and helping out Mal, giving all that space for Teddy Ursa to get those picks as needed and to keep putting in that forward momentum. This is the power of dive comp, and this is working very well to Celestial Deathball.
I feel like the one thing that's kind of surprising me is that GOATS usually lives through everything, but with the way that the DPS are playing on the dive, they're just essentially tearing them apart. I know as much as you love GOATS, would you recommend maybe they switch off to something else?
Oh, absolutely. But there, once you start getting rolled as GOATS, all that forward momentum is completely lost, and you have to be sure you're doing the things that you need to.
Oh man, folks. Calamity again, and they had the coalescence. Oh, the pain that DC'ing
We have
Oh,
good thing for these scrim teams. We do have subs. We do have subs.
Have a sub. It looks like Calamity isn't coming back, so we're gonna sub in the Mr. Dr. Zombie Jr.
Mr. Dr. Zombie Jr.
Dr. Zombie Jr. So, Mr. Dr. Zombie Jr. Let's go ahead and get things restarted now.
I liked what Valia said. Valia marked herself safe in the DC disaster of 2018. Good stuff. Good stuff right there.
See, I would love to say that, but I think even on Xbox, I've had to DC a couple times due to bad internet. So
were you a part of the red ring calamity that struck the 360 area?
Man. I was. It got me at the very end, though, right before Xbox One came out. It was very sad. Hammer down, though, coming in from defeat. Ends up helping the Sun take out weapon stack. Amara, though, takes out defeat as the Primal Rage coming out from Mal allows them to continue pushing forward. Amara falling the Sun as Mal takes out Mr. Dr. Zombie Jr. with the Primal Rage. Perez comes in for weapon stack as Mal falls to Enders. Mishra, the clever blade, ends up landing on Bacon right there. E-Mech and a kill onto weapon stack, and it looks like we will see Komodo hold the payload. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. That was a strong retake of the point when I really thought they were going to allow them to get that. What do you think helped them hold on to that there, Crunch?
Definitely that Graviton. That was quite a clutch Graviton. Denying the Widow those sight lines and immediately pushing in as needed. Getting the kill on Amara Farah very quickly. And from there, pushing up as needed and taking the picks one by one.
Right, well, the first pick ended up going on Teddy Ursa from Mishra. The Oof Widow battle has begun between these two with 1-1 apiece right now, as we still see them fighting for control of the high ground. Defeat trying to get in there as Mal and Weapon Tech move back and forth. Diva Bomb going into the back line, ends up taking out Clever right there, so it is a 5v6 fight. Amara falling Mishra, makes it 4v6. Barrage coming in, ends up taking out Defeat, doing a lot of damage to the rest of the team right there. Coalescence coming out from Mr. Dr. Zombie Jr., trying to keep the rest of the team up as much as possible. Right now, the payload is just stalled as Amara takes out the Sun to get things going. Enders ends up demeching weapon stack. Clever trying to get up there, take out Amara, but it's not going to be good enough as Amara gets the rocket kill on Clever. Amara also taking out Enders before falling to Mishra. Teddy Ursa ends up taking out Mishra and allowing Celestial Deathball to claim this point. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Now, just based on how much time it's going to take them to push just to get to the end, even if they had 3 people on it, they will end up falling below the time of Komodo. But Crunch, I really feel like Celestial's got the momentum right now to tie things up 1-1 in the series. What do you think?
You could say that again. Oh, goodness gracious, Omiuma.
Say that again, but that was a huge shatter coming in.
Quite a fatty
right there. Take out Volatile right there, and they did end up getting one, I believe, on the side of Mr. Dr. Zombie Jr. coming in on the brig, ends up taking out Teddy Ursa. Mishra following up on Amara. Dr. Zombie taking out Bacon as well. Mal getting the double kill on Enders and the Sun right there, but Dr. Zombie ends up demeching and taking out weapon stack as Mishra gets the hit on Mal to finalize Celestial Deathball's hold of the point. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Go ahead, as you were saying there, Crunch.
Their forward momentum was doing absolutely wonderful this evening, and they were pushing in every single fight to their advantage with Mal just jumping in and destroying the backline as needed. However, there's a lot of things that a Reinhardt can do, and having a free shatter like that is something you have to heavily consider when playing with not only no shield tank, but having a shield tank as aggressive as Mal, using it for his own defensive needs.
Absolutely. Well, and they ended up taking out Dr. Zombie to start things off. Diva Bomb going into the back line. Oh, doesn't end up getting anybody though, but Mal used the Primal Rage to take out Mishra right there. Barrage coming out from Amara, but gets sucked up as Enders kills them. Nano Blade in from Clever, ends up taking Bacon, Mal, Teddy Ursa. That is going to be a clean blade right there. Ender's demeching, taking out weapon stack, but not before Teddy Ursa takes out Defeat with the Venom Mine. 1 minute, 20 seconds on the clock. Go ahead and blow up the chat for who you all are rooting for tonight. Will Komodo be able to hold and walk away with the 2-0 going into halftime, or will Celestial Deathball tie it up? Let's go ahead and see as they come back into the fight. Mal going into that back line, trying to take out Clever to start things off, as we see Mishra switching over to the Soldier 76. Mishra taking out Teddy Ursa with the rockets, but Mal ends up taking out Dr. Zombie. Mishra falling to Amara right there. Is a 4v5 fight on the point right now. Amara trying to take out the Sun and ends up being successful. Ball Steel comes in with the res on Teddy Ursa. Mal following up on Clever right there. Ends up falling to Amara. Dr. Zombie coming back into the fight as Ender's getting supercharged right now. Here comes the Graviton on a Primal Raging Mal, holding them in place. The Anti-Nade goes in. Diva Bomb going up into the sky. Anybody though, Ender's taking out both Bacon and Volatil. The tanks are the only ones on the point right now trying to hold, but Mishra ends up taking out Mal with the rockets. Ender's demeching weapon stack and a sleeping weapon stack.
Yes!
Gets
Oh, what a beautiful stagger!
Yes! On the clock.
Oh, what a beautiful stagger done by
That is a
Komodo!
huge stagger. Right now, overtime is ticking away as Teddy Ursa trying to get in. Ends up being successful touching the point. Oh, slap sleeve in! Mirage and tackled is the Amara by Defeat. Mal ends up getting Clever with the boop. But Dr. Zombie D-Max weapon stack. And Volatil coming in with the Valkyrie, trying to keep everybody up, but gets taken out by Mishra's tack visor. Ender's falling Mal, and Komodo will walk away with the 2-0 here going into halftime. 66. Play of the game, Defeat meta again. And it's gonna be this beautiful and Graviton cleanup right here as Defeat, you are a monster. Wow, Mal, some serious competition going into tonight. So Crunch, do you got anything to put out before we go into our halftime break?
All the words that I've been wanting to say have. The stagger was absolutely beautiful. Every little detail of making sure to get those picks as needed, getting rid of the stall heavy people as soon as possible to make sure you can capitalize on that point. Absolutely wonderful job from Komodo this evening. Celestial Deathball, you guys had it for the first 2 points. You guys were doing a tremendous job. But at the end, it's all about the W and the L. And let's just see if we can make it all the way to a Game 5. Let's see that reverse sweep.
It's totally been done before, so go ahead and enjoy this halftime video. We will be back with more Overwatch Cavalry Club scrims in about 5 minutes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the OCC Scrims. We have Celestial Deathball and Komodo, with Komodo up 2-0, right? Correct?
That is correct.
All right, well, with that confirmation, I will go ahead and throw it back to Crunch, Bite, and Captain Jack. Go ahead and take it away, guys.
Thank you so much there, Dank Monkey. As he said, 2-0 right now for the side of Komodo. I am very interested to see what everybody, or who everybody is cheering for tonight. Will we see the Team Komodo walk away with the victory, or will Celestial Deathball come back with the reverse sweep, taking us to a Game 5? What do you think is going to happen, Crunch, as we move to Nepal?
I would love to see the reverse sweep. Would absolutely love to see this go into Game 5. What I do see, though, however, is there needs to be more checks onto Defeat Meadow with his aggressive Reinhardt, making sure to keep up the aggression on their own Goats comp and checking their backline for that sneaky Clever playing as the Genji.
I agree with you there, Crunch. I mean, I think this is Defeat's first night playing, and
Victory.
wow. Incredibly impressed by the Rhine plays that Defeat is making. It's like Enders and Defeat are just like the hip right now. I do want to thank Darius Fulton. Thank you so much right there.
Fulton. Thank you so much.
All right, let's go ahead. First map on Nepal here. Let's go ahead and see how the teams are setting up. Crunch, you want to go ahead and let us see how the comps are coming in?
Breakdown. I'm looking at these teams, and my goodness, I see 2 Mays. Goodness gracious, I was really hoping for
amazing.
That's quite amazing. But it seems like they're just
interested to see how this goes down.
Take the point for themselves, use the Maywalls to their aggression, and to keep putting up everything that's needed to just stop the momentum immediately.
Oh man, I'm like quivering with excitement right now. I am not for certain how this is gonna go down. First kill gonna be on weapons tech right there for Mr. Dr. Zombie Jr. But it looks like Komodo will attack back, ends up taking out both weapons tech and demeching Teddy Ursa, and it looks like Komodo will take control of this first point as Mishra gets the Helix rockets onto Teddy Ursa, shoring up that point capture. 7% and climbing now for the side of Komodo. Wow, I am just the maze. I'm still kind of floored by that. Do you think that that's going to work for both teams, or do you think it's more beneficial for one than the other?
It needs to be just said completely. May works better in tighter, closer spaces, and the biggest one is the objective on this map. It's always the tightest and easiest to easily isolate your targets and get those picks as needed. Whoa, the fatty shatter!
Oh, fat shatter coming in from Defeat. Mal unfortunately jumping away with the nano as Clever, the Sun, and Defeat clean up. Celestial Deathball off the point, 50% and climbing now towards the side of Komodo. Looks like we did see a switch of Mal over to the Genji. How do you feel that's going to work out with the way Komodo's playing right now?
It's just having that forward aggression to keep pushing up on the team as needed, and to keep aggressively pushing in and just getting rid of those targets as needed. But from there, it seems like it's working really well for Celestial Deathball right now. They're up 1 pick.
Up, but now it's tied up. Up, they're up 1 again, making 4-5 as the Primal Rage came out. Here comes the Diva Bomb. Doesn't end up getting much of anything, unfortunately. Here comes the Blizzard, though, from Clever. Trying to hold on to the point, but the Maywall coming out from Amara. Oh, a Blizzard from Amara now, but gets taken out by Clever, trying to touch the point. The only one there is Teddy Ursa, but gets taken out by Enders. Mal ends up getting Defeat, but it's not going to be enough as Enders takes out Mal. The only one near the point right now is Weapons Tech, but gets taken out by Clever. The Graviton going into the choke to hold on as Mishra takes out Volatiel. shoring up their first victory on Nepal, 100-0 for the side of Komodo.
There is something I really want to say because I want to be a part of this. Everybody's been saying these wonderful ultimates and giving them these beautiful tag names. I think I got one for defeat meta. His Discord name is called Salty Potato, and he's been doing some incredible Reinhardt shatters. I would just like to call them some salty slams.
I feel like salty shatters would be just as good though. So go ahead and I don't know, man.
Oh,
I feel like it goes together.
It does. But I just wanted to hop on this bandwagon and just incorporate something for good old defeat meta.
Well, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and let the fans decide? Will it be salty slam or salty shatters for defeat meta right now? Go ahead and blow up the chat with what you want defeat hashtag to be. It looks like Darius voting for the salty shatters as we start things off on the point. Clever gets the D-Mech onto Amara, coming in as the Diva this time around. Komodo starting their percentage capture as Defeat gets the tackle on weapon stack. Mishra taking out Mal. Clever follows up on Teddy Ursa. Ender's getting the hook onto Amara, taking them off the point right there. And despite getting the sleep on Defeat, Komodo will take control. 15% and climbing. Let's go back into the chat. A tie right now. Salty Shatters 2, Salty Slams 2. Oh boy.
Oh, it's close.
We'll have to wait until the end. Y'all have till the end of Nepal, and then whichever one comes out on top, that's gonna be it. Shatter coming in now for Defeat. Ends up getting a good majority of the team. Defeat takes out Mal with the pin. Be sure to get the double kill on Teddy Ursa and Bacon as Amara falls to Enders as well as Weapons Tech. All right, Salty Slams is up it's still tied, 2-2.
Oh no!
It's still 2-2, fam. 52% and climbing right now for the side of Komodo. Crunch, what is making them so incredibly strong?
Getting those staggered picks and just pushing in on them to where they cannot create that distance for their DPS to do as needed, and especially just that pressure with the frontline shield with having nothing to stop the kind of damage in the front line. But it seems like for Celestial Deathball, they're getting the picks as needed and they're able to come back to point.
I don't know how many ultimates went down in that, but there were a lot of them, and it looks like Celestial was looking to retake control of the point, but Ender's getting the triple kill right there, trying to even out the score. Ends up getting
let's go support!
Volatile ends up taking out Mishra, but Ender's taking out Bacon and Volatile right there. Ooh, it's 98. 99 as the whole hog trying to keep Weapons Tech away from the point. Overtime ticking away right now. Coalesce is coming in from the sun as he gets the boop kill on Teddy Ursa. Shatter coming in from Defeat, but doesn't end up holding off Amara as Ender takes out Amara. Coalesce is coming out from Volatile. Ender's just cleaning up right now as the hog as Defeat gets the kill on Bacon.
Victory.
2-0 once again for the side of Komodo. Oh. And we still have a tie.
Ooh, Weapon Tech. Very nice job on play of the game this evening.
All right, Weapons Tech with the play of the game this time around. Just really like booping, just touching everybody. Like if they didn't have that, oh snap! just like boom, monkey punch. That was great. Oh my goodness.
Man, I thought I would be able to see some smash plays, but seeing Donkey Kong get his charged B up to take down the Reinhardt, that was quite impressive.
So Crunch, it is tied 2-2 despite people trying to post multiple times to screw up with my counting.
Do you want to do it based on a coin flip?
I was thinking of bringing up the wheel decide to do so, but honestly, I gotten a couple of names myself. Oh, Oh, Hell's Virtue coming in as the tiebreaker, but I have to say, I
Too
said
late.
by the end of Nepal. I said by the end
Right.
of Nepal, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
So Crunch, I'm gonna give you this one, only because I've probably gotten a couple of names myself. I don't remember what they were, but I did. I'm sure I've gotten at least one or two. So Salty Slams, it is going to be. Now, note, Komodo has walked away with the series, getting the 3-0 right now against Celestial Deathball. But as we go into Numbani, Celestial does have a chance to bring it back. Crunch, how do you think this last map is going to go down?
Traveling to Mumbai.
This is the first time I get to commentate on Numbani. Yay!
Take your
I
mouth.
love this map. I
All right,
love
Crunch, I'm
this
gonna have to
map.
take over for you
Initiating
real quick,
Oh,
just for this map.
How dare you do this in my good Christian friendly
You go back to your host hole there, Dank. We'll get you later on this week.
For what I'm seeing, if Celestial Deathball is able to make a very, very aggressive frontline attack with just the dive comp they were showing us earlier, this map will be theirs. Dive comp is super wonderful on this map just because of all the high ground potential you can possibly have. The follow up with the Winston, the Genji, and the Diva just immediately taking on the targets one by one by one. And they're going to do what I hope they do. I want them to play tower defense at this map.
Or
Yes.
defense. You'll
Have you never heard of that strat?
Attackers incoming.
Not heard of
Okay.
that specific
Okay,
strat,
okay.
no. So what is tower defense
so-
enlighten Crunch?
So in that back corner, right as soon as where you have the high ground and right where it has a sign where it says Eteria, there's that little itty bitty little tiny cubby that has the little plants and the little grass and all that other good stuff.
Yep.
What you would do is that you would put the Torb turret down, have your Orisa set up right on it, and the shield perfectly covers the top, left, right, and bottom of the Torb turret, and it's essentially tower defense. You keep your turret up for as long as you can, you just keep surviving hordes and hordes and hordes of attacks.
That is phenomenal. I'm gonna have to try that out, but let's go ahead and get into the action as we look over on the side of Komodo. Looks like they're going for a dive composition with Defeat now coming in on the Winston, Enders in on the Diva. Question is, will Defeat's Winston be as strong as their Rhine?
Oh, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it, but I'm not believing it.
Oh boy, it is 2-2 right now. Dr. Zombie ends up taking a third as Mal falls. Clever following up on Volatile right there. Deep Dart coming in on Enders, keeping them off the point as the rest of the team tries to take people out. Here comes the Nano in on Weapon Stack as Teddy Ursa takes out Bacon. Defeat following up on Teddy Ursa as well as Bacon. And Enders ends up taking out Weapon Stack right there, and it looks like we're going to end up seeing Komodo take point A with 5 minutes, 10 seconds.
Escort
Fuck.
Kilo.
Incredible. Looking into the chat, there's Fulton saying, Tribune, Bitty Tuvuk. Saying, oh yeah, I did that with a Bastion in gold. Turk is good with a Bastion, but
The reason why Bastion doesn't work as well is because Bastion's a bigger target and it moves the Orisa so much. The Torb turret though doesn't have the bigger spacing, and you can easily have the Orisa stay there and keep putting down the shields as needed.
all right, well, there comes the Clever Blade after a double kill on the Storm Arrow. Enders ends up taking out Weapon Stack as Clever gets the dash kill on Bacon and finishes up Amara. Dr. Zombie taking out the Amara turret as Mishra gets the final kill there on Mal. 4 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. Teddy Ursa coming out with the sights to let everybody know where the teams are, where the members of Komodo are for right now as they push in to point 2. It does not look like they're going to get there in time to stop it. So 5 minutes, 30 seconds now on the clock as Clever takes out Teddy Ursa to start this essentially next push into point 3. Defeat ends up taking out Volatile as Weapon Stack ends up getting Mishra. Clever taking out Amara's turret right there. that reload right there to get the turret back is going to be tough. As Ender's Clever and Mal diving in there, but get antied and slept mid Primal Rage by Bacon right there. Still has a little bit of Primal Rage left, enough to get back to the team. But Amara coming in on the far ends up taking out Enders as well as Mishra. And it looks like this will be a hold for the side of Celestial Deathball. 4 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock.
Quite juicy plays we're having this evening. Quite impressive indeed. The Afara Mara has come out and is essentially just destroying the Winston and Diva and just making it a living heck for them. And let's just see how well these two switches can easily change up the fight.
All right, well, a nanoed Mal going into the fight, but a Dragon Strike coming back from Mishra. Doesn't end up getting anything, but does separate the team a little bit. Mal ends up taking out Clever. His weapon attack follows up on Defeat. Meta. Mishra ends up falling to Mara, as well as Ender's taking out Mal, though, so it's a 4v4 fight on the payload as Dr. Zombie in on the Lucio, pushing the team to get in. Here comes the Diva Bomb. Who's it gonna get? Oh, it ends up getting taken around the corner right there, but Volatile looks like they're gonna be coming in with the res. Diva Bomb onto the point, ends up taking out Clever as Ender's takes out Weapons Tech while they're getting ready to remech. Volatile bringing in the res. For Bacon right there as the Primal Rage comes out from Mal, trying to keep the team up. The tackle comes in for defeat up and over the payload as both Dragon Strikes come out separating the point, but does not end up hitting a single person for either of them. Shatter comes out on Mal as well as the tackle, but Mal's able to escape his weapon tech takes out speed meta. Amara demeching Enders, but here comes the Clever Blade. End up getting a double kill on Teddy Ursa and Mal. The barrage coming out from Amara, ends up taking out Mishra as the Sun takes out Amara and demechs weapons tech right there. Anode Mini Diva, known as the weapons tech, gets swept and taken out by Enders for a huge stagger. Clever getting back into the fight, ends up taking out Bacon right there. Mal jumping in on the point, trying to make something happen, trying to at least keep the clock from, or the payload from moving.
Oh no!
45 seconds right there, so close. No! 2 meters, Diva Bomb going back up in the air for Enders. Ends up taking out Bacon right there. Weapons tech, Amara, and Volatile touching the point to try to keep it from going as Mal ends up getting a hard reset right there. Teddy Ursa coming in on the Tracer, ends up taking out the Sun, and Mishra follows up on Bacon. Enders taking out Volatile, but the rest comes in for Bacon before Enders ends up team-meching weapons tech. Bacon falling to Clever's dash. Enders following up on weapons tech. Mishra taking out Teddy Ursa, and Mal coming out with the Primal Rage, just trying to keep the dream alive as much as possible. 2 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. Amara back on the point, trying to keep things going. And it looks like they might be able to make it happen. The Mishra getting the double kill on Amara and Mal. Another Diva Bomb coming up from Enders. Doesn't end up hitting anything but pushing everybody off. Weapons tech back in the fight, but ends up getting team-mech. Clever Blade coming out once again. Holy Jesus!
Oh, well, hello there.
Score.
You get a glass of water, my dude. You did a good job. You did a real nice job there.
Initiating match.
Well now, that was quite impressive from Celestial Deathball and Komodo. One of the things I really would love to see Celestial Deathball just easily going up on is taking out those healers as soon as possible, just so that way we can easily stop just that kind of frontline shenanigans of them just being able to just keep harassing those lines. With Komodo was able to just dive back in, take out Bacon and Volatile as needed, and to keep moving forward and to keep getting the picks as needed. But as I said earlier, there's only the W and there's only the L. And at this point, there's numbers and there's numbers. I saw 3 and I saw 0. I believe 3 is a bigger number than 0. But we gotta see though. First, they gotta attack.
I totally believe that they have the capability of holding them off. They were able to cut down their time by just about 3 minutes. 1 minute, 53 seconds on the clock once they finally captured point 3. And Widow, I saw that comment. Switch around the schedule. Apparently, it's the funniest thing to hear Captain Jack narrate so quickly like that.
Oh, better than me.
We'll,
It's
we'll,
okay.
we'll
you're
just
doing a
we'll
good
just have to see if Widow can do it. No, I'm just joking. But let's go ahead and get back into the fight. Celestial Deathball now onto the attack. Let's go ahead and see if they have what it takes. Clever coming in on the Ash for the defense for the side of Komodo right there.
I'm ready for big old boy.
Oh boy, let's see if that big that big old boy gonna be coming in. Let's see if they can make it happen. Weapons tech though, getting one of the first kills on Clever as Mishra takes out Bacon. The rest comes in for Bacon from Volatile as Mal takes out Dr. Zombie. Defeat Meta also in on the Winston, takes out Volatile as Mara follows up on the Sun. Mishra taking out Teddy Ursa as Enders gets the team back on Weapons tech. Defeat taking out Bacon as Amara follows up on Mishra. Weapons tech following up on Enders, getting the D-Mech as well, and ends up taking out Defeat Meta as Enders takes out Mal. It's just back and forth right now between these two teams. Enders as a mini diva ends up taking out Weapons Tech and Clever, cleaning up Amara.
You
In
gotta,
the end with the mini diva.
dude.
How
Her PP
close
blaster
in?
does a lot of damage. It's real good. It's real good.
Yes, it does.
You know why it's called a PP blaster? Because it goes pew pew. It's called the pew pew blaster.
Looking in the chat, Widow saying, Captain Jack, where are you throwing? Don't do that. That's how you throw.
Why would
I'm not throwing. I'm sure you got it in you, Widow. Oh, goodness. All right, back in for the next attack. 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. It looks like Weapons Tech is going to start things off by taking out Mishra. Amara trying to get some pokes into the back. Here comes the Nano in on Weapons Tech, looking to get that pick onto Defeat Meta, and ends up being successful. The Enders getting the kill on Teddy Ursa. Up right now, Amara following up on Dr. Zombie, and here comes the big old boy. But the Diva Bomb goes in from Enders, ends up taking out Amara after the barrage takes out Clever's big old boy. Here comes the Diva Bomb, but the barrage coming out from Mishra ends up cleaning up Weapons Tech, but takes out Mishra. Primal Rage coming out for Mal, ends up taking out Enders, who was DMX at the time. And Mal ends up going for Defeat, who gets nanoed right there. Tries to get away, but ends up getting taken out by Clever. 1 minute, 30 seconds on the clock. Teddy Ursa coming in with the blade. Ends up taking out Dr. Zombie. Trying to clean up Clever as well, but gets taken out by Defeat. Weapons Tech following up on Clever, though, to make that even. Here comes the Primal Rage out for Defeat as they D-Max. They're also going for the kill in the backline as they push through. 1 minute, 10 seconds on the clock. Mishra coming in as Soldier 76 ends up taking out Amara and holding the point once again. Not a tick to be had with 1 minute on the clock. French, what do you got?
That forward aggression just coming out from defense is quite impressive. The backline dives just taking out the supports as needed and just stopping the tanks from just pushing into their backline. This is a completely different Komodo than what I've been seeing for the past couple of weeks. They're doing phenomenal this evening.
You can keep that going. Mal gets the first kill there on the Clever, but the Transcendence coming out from Dr. Zombie going to keep the team up as the anti-nade ended up going on Bacon and ends up getting taken out by Enders. The boop coming in from Defeat takes out Mal, but Weapons Tech follows up on Dr. Zombie. Teddy Ursa getting the Sun right there. Mishra follows up on Amara, though, as the res comes in for Mal. Weapons Tech, as the Diva Bomb came in for Enders, doesn't end up managing to get anybody. Less than 10 seconds on the clock. Enders, the only one left on the point, gets D-Max by Weapons Tech and is right now still staying up, and I don't know why. Oh, here comes the Nano, and Enders ends up remexing, but gets incredibly quickly. D-Mex spin to win, coming in from Defeat Meta and on the hamster as Teddy Ursa ends up using the Pulse Bomb double kill onto Enders and the big old boy from Clever as Clever takes out Bacon. Mishra going for the hard reset right there, not for certain why. But Mal ends up taking out Clever. The only one left is Defeat Meta, trying to take them off the point right now, but it looks like it may happen. And there it goes. Amara taking out Defeat Meta overtime. First tick. Second tick. Mal trying to get into the back line, pushed them away as Dr. Zombie coming in as the Lucio now pushes in to get that overtime clock stopped too. Oh, and the rest of the team able to get back into the fight right now. It is contested. Come on, Celestial. Come on, Komodo. Let's get this fight going. Oh boy, Anders getting the first kill there on Mal. Bacon falling to defeat as Teddy Ursa takes out Misha right there. Up on the sun right there. The res comes in, bringing Bacon back into the fight. But Teddy Ursa and Volatile fall to Anders and Dr. Zombie Jr. And it is back and forth right now. The only one left on the point is Bacon and Weapons Tech. But they end up getting taken out. Overtime snaps away. Takes away the 4-0 victory here on Numbani.
Play of the game.
What an impressive display that we have seen this evening.
Holy
There, Captain
goodness,
Jack.
Well, like
nice.
I am. Some of these fights, I'm just like my brain does not compute how these fights are happening. Like at one point, it was literally just a mini diva left on the point, and Komodo still held on.
Quite impressive there this evening. It was absolutely phenomenal.
That's all you got? That's all you got for me right there.
Okay,
phenomenal.
fine. I'll give you more.
Give me more. Num num num.
What
num,
ended
num.
up happening was that through the thick and thin, through the absolute just griminess that is to just overcome these kind of obstacles, Komodo was able to shoot above all the rest, was able to take what was theirs and to claim what was honestly what they have been working for the past few weeks with just this new kind of competitive spirit and just taking this 4-0 victory to just take it all the way as best as they possibly can. And it's just so amazing how well they did this evening. Celestial Deathball, you did absolutely wonderful yourself. But then again, the W's and the L's just speak for themselves.
They were
Is that good?
incredibly. That is good. They were incredibly close games for sure. But as you said, Komodo walks away with the 4-0. Celestial, go ahead and go back and watch those VODs. I know you have absolutely what it takes to give Komodo an outstanding rematch come the new year. But we have reached that time of the night, folks. Go ahead and blow up the chat. Who is your player of the match? Dank, why don't you go ahead and start us off with your player of the match tonight?
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Mitra, showing all night that Farah is a force to be reckoned with, even going up against Amara, putting out tons and tons of damage, doing huge barrages, and then just everybody that Mitra was on tonight with the Hanzo building ultimates so fast and being able to pick off those mid-air targets like the Valking Mercy or the Farah, just showing that Mitra is definitely a threat. So that's my player of the match. Congrats, Mitra.
All right, what about you, Crunch?
I gotta give it to the new guy, Defeat Meta. My goodness, being able to see a Reinhardt go toe-to-toe with Mal, one of the most renowned Reinhardt players within OCC, and just taking what is his. My goodness, he was doing such an incredible job this evening, and I gotta give it to him. He was definitely showing his stuff, and his stuff was phenomenally delicious.
How about you, Loutrex?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to side with him. Gotta side with the what's the Discord name? Salty Potato?
Salty Potato.
The salty slams, man, they were hitting hard. And you know, you're definitely right. Mal is definitely one of the more renowned Reinhardts within the server. So I know that this was Salty Potato's first official scrim. So the fact that they were able to stand toe to toe and just really have these like really incredible just swing-a-thons, I gotta give it to him, man. Like good debut appearance.
From two of our debuts tonight, Mr. Dr. Zombie Jr. and Defeat Meta doing an incredible job, but I have got to give some love to Celestial, who is one of the best players that I continue to see on their side and that is definitely going to have to be. Why am I blanking on their name as I'm thinking about it? Who was playing Ana most of the night on the side of Celestial?
Bacon, man.
Bacon.
Yeah, it was Bacon. See, for some reason I thought it wasn't Bacon because I'm so used to him playing Zenyatta, but Bacon.
Oh,
Just-
jeez.
Wow, sorry, but it's been a long day. All right,
He's
I
a
was
little
with
bit
kindergartners and preschoolers, and my mind is just like mush at 9 o'clock at night at this point. So, Bacon, as always, phenomenal job doing clutch sleeps as the Ana, getting those anti-nades many times, despite the way that Komodo was playing incredibly defensive, keeping their team up. You were getting those anti-nades and they're getting 3, 4, even 5 people at times. And man, it was just incredible watching you play. So, are my player of the match tonight. Looking into the chat, I'm going to see Enders for Baby Diva Things from the Widow Faker, Chaotic, and saying, Dank, player of the match. What?
Oh.
That's my boys. That's my boys.
My goodness.
Timosa.
Favoritism. I'm calling favoritism.
Timosa. Let's go.
Oh, boy. All right. Ah, man. And looking Hell's Virtue, the Sun repping Monarch right there. Sun was doing an incredible job tonight as well. So, we have reached the end of our night. I'm going to go ahead and give you our little spiel. If we don't have anything else, gentlemen, we have anything else before I close this out?
Yeah. Thank you again to those of you who did donate. Thank you for the sub. The support is really, really important. We do want to hit these milestones. We do want to give back to both you guys as a thank you, for participating and helping the people, who are dealing with an extreme catastrophe in California. And then we'll be able to give you guys, these prizes, once again, as a thank you for just, being people, being decent people. That being said, this has been the last Diamond Division match of the year. We've got the Silvers doing their last match on Wednesday. My team, Project Proteus, against Void on Thursday. And then the alternate is going to be the King's Classic, the Frost versus Monarch battle is going to be on Friday. The All-Star Scrim will be on Saturday, and that one will have a different time signature. It's definitely going to be an event. Tell your friends, tell your sisters, tell your brothers, whatever. Come on down. It's for a great cause. That's what I got.
All right. Well, go ahead and look below the stream. Once again, if you want to donate to OCCS Cares, go ahead and hit that donate button and you'll help out victims and first responders of the California wildfires. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. If you're interested in becoming a member of our community, you can either hit that subscribe button up top and get into our Discord, or you can submit a player or coach application. Players' applications are for Silver through Diamond Division. Masters and Grandmasters fill out that coach application as well. And if you're interested in being a commentator, feel free to contact me, CaptainJack87, on the Discord. You can feel free to also follow myself at twitch.tv/CaptainJack87, as well as Hidden Pants 89, aka Crunchbite, on Twitter. So with that being said, that is it for our night. Hopefully you enjoyed our last Diamond Scrim. I am pretty sure, though, we have got a lot of amazing matches ready for this week, including the All-Star Scrim on Saturday. That being said, I'm Captain Jack.
And I'm Crunchbite.
I'm Dank Monkey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Wait, who's lying?
I am Hidden Pants.
What?
You are the Hidden Pants. Accept it. Anyway.
I am Hidden Pants.
I'm Lotrix. Good night, everybody.